Hello, everyone. Come on.
Hello, everyone.
Put that away.
I was reading.
Put it away. So, most people that live in homes that want a little bit of protection, whether they got a dog or not, which we got small dogs, which everybody knows, and they go and put up beware of dog signs, just whether they got a dog or not. It just hopes to, you just hope that it deters people.
Yeah,
but
right.
Sure, I got a small dog, so the beware of dog sign, you just hope that they think that. Well, I need a new sign: beware of wife. I need one of those signs. For you guys who do not follow me on Facebook, you don't know about this. But yesterday, when I decided to go to bed, no, this guy's gonna cut me off. No, Jenny decided to just stay up a little bit longer before she went to bed.
I was doing the dishes.
In the dark, obviously.
No, I had the light on.
Okay, she had the light on, I guess. Anyways, she was doing the dishes, and she looked out our kitchen window, which is into our backyard, and she found that there's 2 guys in our yard. 4 guys in our yard. Well, I'll tell you, I was sleeping. So, she yelled at them.
3 went one way, one went into our yard.
They were in our yard. They were in the backyard.
One jumped, all 3 of them jumped
So,
up.
one went out the backyard, where they were, but went to the alley, and the other one went towards the house, along the side of the house. Well, so then there's Jenny lurking around outside with my son, who's like 6'1", 6'2", so, and he kind of quite stocky, so he's looking pretty good for himself to hold his own. But then there's Jenny lurking around front yard, backyard, trying to wonder what's going on.
I didn't look at the side of the house. I should have.
Yeah, she cut through the house from the front to the back instead of going around the sides of the house. Well, anyways, my cat was in our window, bedroom window where I was sleeping. And no one could see you.
Oh.
Put it forward. No one could see me. Oh, I hope you guys can see me. The sun's there.
Yeah, no
that
kidding.
sun's bright. It's going to have to be for right now. Yeah, it's going to have to be. Anyways, so cat started meowing like crazy and some kind of weird meows. Maybe anyways to get up and look out the window. Well, lo and behold, that 4th guy was in the front yard, head running off out of the yard. I gather he must have seen me in the window and he took off. So we all got up, trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, that is kind of dark. Trying to figure out what's going on. Anyways, the neighbor come out, and it looked like he was, the initial target of whatever was going to happen was supposed to be the neighbor.
In our truck.
No.
Right beside our truck.
Okay, now, fast forward to today. Now, what exactly did happen was that the neighbor was coming home on a bike. This very expensive pedal bike. I'm going to presume in the thousands. Anyways.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, these guys in a white truck spotted this bike and followed him home. And they had tried to beat up the guy and take his bike, but he managed to make it home.
Oh, wow.
And so these guys were lurking around our neighborhood trying to get a hold of where this guy lived to get his bike. So they finally found it. They were going into his yard. The guy came out. These 4 guys jumped out of his yard, came into our yard to hide out. They were hiding. When we were looking in the bushes along the side, there was a guy there. When we were looking along the side of the house, the other side, there was a guy in there. That's where another guy was hiding. The neighbor was saying that's where he jumped into.
We gotta cut that down.
So, yeah. So that's what actually happened when we thought.
Somebody could have jumped out at me again.
Yes.
I would have got hit twice.
And Mom, the guy that was along the side of the house, he was actually there when Mom was there. So he was only like 5 to 10 feet away from Mom, so he could have jumped at Mother also.
Oh my.
Well, we gotta block the sun on that side now.
I didn't know that.
So that's exactly what went down. So it's a little bit different than what I put on Facebook because we did not find out the real truth except for what we saw. Yesterday. Until today. Until my mother talked to the neighbor to find out exactly what went on. That's why I know about this.
I don't know. He said something to Josh about they stashed some stuff by her.
Yeah, that was nothing.
Oh, okay.
So that's that for that little story, and that's what went on last night.
I have a question for you.
What?
Can a cat be identical to a dog?
In what way?
Well, let me see. Even though she's a little kitten and she's just learning, just listen. She's picking up Sparky's habits.
Our cat?
Yes, because Sparky digs at the bowl when there's no water. She does the same.
I don't know.
When she does that to her food.
I don't know.
And now when there's somebody in the yard, instead of Sparky barking, she meows real loud to get your attention.
Habits can be picked up by others, because my kids pick up your habits.
That's shut up. That's another human being to a human being, you idiot.
I know. Well, for as human as possible.
Shut up.
We're continuing on home. We will be out again later because we're going to do a little bit of a different video. We're going to go and I'm going to show you each. You guys remembered that she worked at, what are you doing?
That's a picture that went up today.
Oh, you guys remember that Jenny worked for Tim Hortons? For the people that know what Tim Hortons is, it's a donut chain for the ones that don't know, and much more. We're going to go do a little drive by each location that Jenny works, just to kind of give you guys an idea of how many different locations of Tim Hortons
in 11 years
Jenny worked, and there might be a little story behind one and or more of those little locations. So we will tell you as we get to those locations, so stay tuned. So roughly 14 years ago, this is where Jenny started out her Tim Hortons career. You guys of course know that she's no longer working for the company. Anyways, this is the first location of where she was. Now we're going to move on to show you what the next location looks like. Here's the second location where Jenny worked after she was at the last one. I thought this was the first one, but it's not. And it's even connected with the Wendy's. What story again? Oh, okay. So anyways, we're going to move on to the next one and tell you a little story about this one. So we're going to just move on. So anyways, the story behind that last place that Jenny worked is, you're going to have to say because I don't know how you had to stalk her. Jenny had a stalker at that work. Someone who had a crush on her that I went far and beyond what they were supposed to.
Far beyond.
What did they do?
Wow.
I don't know.
Let me see. He phoned and he found out a lot of information. He found out what my full name was, when I was working, when my days off. He found out my email address. And he started sending me notes by email.
Yeah, I remember notes. I remember the
and
notes. Didn't he send you notes by paper too?
Yeah, and papers he sent. It got to the point where I went to my owner and I told him...
Your owner? Oh, the owner of the store.
Yeah, and I told him I didn't want to wear my name tag. I wanted my shift changed. I wanted not to go out and do tables or wait on people because he was giving free coffee out to people that were sitting in the... Didn't he also phone you? Yeah, I think he phoned the store a couple times as well. I went that far and finally my owner took me to the police station and the police tried to
track it down?
Yeah, track him down. I think you even went online and tried to track him down.
Yes, I remember that.
And the email was no good. He was rerouting it or however they do it. And there was no answer to it, so I moved to a different store.
So she moved to a different store, and we're heading to that store.
It was Esso that we went next.
Was it Esso?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving to a different store. We're going to show the next store, and there's another story there.
Oh,
so we will return.
Yeah.
And this Tim Hortons is in a Esso, and they're just closing up. They're not open 24 hours. And now for the story to this one. So at that location we were just at, I guess Jenny was already the manager.
Yes.
Became the manager at this time. And so she was on call 24 hours. We got a call one day that a truck actually, had driven through the store. Now the story behind that, I guess a guy had picked up a prostitute, and I don't know if he was going there to get money out of the bank, machine, or he was going to Tim Hortons. Anyways, he went into the store and she decided to jump into the vehicle and take off in his vehicle. Instead of putting it in reverse, she put it in drive and decided to make the front of the store a drive-through.
Oh yeah.
So we got a call and we had to go down there because the glass and everything had to be cleaned up. It was a total mess. All the shelves and everything were knocked down. And that story actually made it onto the news. It was very interesting. But for that location,
Yeah.
I think I gotta turn here now.
Yes.
For that location, that's that one. Okay, now we're gonna go to the last one, I think.
No.
There's one more after that?
No, there's more. I went to this one and then to the other two.
Which other two?
82nd and Southside.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we only got two more, right? This one and this house.
1, 2, 3.
Give or take. We got a couple more to go. So if there's any stories behind that, I guess we'll just wait and see. And yet another location where Jenny has worked. And here's the story behind this location. And at this location is where Sparky decided to visit Jenny at work by running off out of the window and into the store.
He made it as far as the kitchen.
Made as far as the kitchen. He just wanted Jenny so bad that he jumped right out of the window and out of my hands and ran right into the store. Also, my sister has worked here at one time too.
Yeah, Donna worked here.
Yeah, my sister has one time or another. And I think that's it for this one.
No, this is where Paula and I first met.
Yeah, but they don't know who Paula is. Paula was her best friend.
My best friend.
And this is the location where they first met, of course. And this is, and then that's eventually where Paula, when she opened up her own store, because she was the manager here, and she opened up her own store and took Jenny to the new store.
Yeah,
or to her store, her and her husband. So, anyways, next is the store that you were with Paula and them, right?
Yes, the first one.
So, I'm gonna move on to the next store. Here we go. And here's another location. This is the one where Jenny's best friend and husband, this is the store that they ran for a fair length of time.
Yep.
Not too much excitement happened here. Jenny and them had to deal with some street people that kept on coming around here and harassing customers.
Yeah, but that's about it.
But that's about it. Other than that, this was one of Jenny's favorite locations. This was close to home. This was perfect. It was only like 8 minutes from home, so it was a hop, skip, and a jump.
We won a lot of awards at this store.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they won a lot of awards here.
Awards.
And so, but that's about it. Okay, we got one more, and that's the disaster place where she walked away from. I just made a big boo-boo. We are in a major lineup. Why? Because we forgot, or I forgot, whatever way.
Hey, there's a helicopter up there.
Anyways, I totally forgot that Shania Twain is in concert here tonight. And everybody's going to see.
Or coming out.
Well, it looks like they're going that direction, so it looks like they're going in because that's where the Coliseum is.
What time is the concert starting?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, I don't know.
It's 10:44.
Anyways, we're stuck in a lineup. And as it was, the last location we had to go was already on the other side of the city, so it was going to take us a while to get there. Now it's going to take us a longer while to get there. It's my fault. But hey, I guess we're going to deal with it.
That's right. I guess we are.
And of course, this is the very final location where Jenny walked out finally. And the interesting story behind this is she was promised 3 promises that I was there for. Never to have a drop in salary, never to be relocated, and never to work weekends. And all 3 of those were broken, which caused her to have to say enough's enough. And she was done. This is one of the worst places she ever worked at for having owners. They really treated her bad here, and it was totally disastrous. In the end was horrible. Anyways, one more stop. That's a positive note. So with all those other stories finally gone and done with, this is Jenny's new work. This is where she works. Cleaning by Paige. That is it. That is it, guys. That's another video complete. So there's our little tour of Jenni's work and just a little bit of stories behind it, if there was any, which of course there was.
A few.
And her new one, her new place. But that's going to take care of it for tonight. Don't forget, you guys, if you guys, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you guys want to add me to any of those, the description is down below. And that is it. You'll find me there. But you guys have yourself a good night, and we shall talk to you again.
Good night.
See, on cue. Like trained. Ow. Well, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.